There are three things which South Africans love. That's their beer, their boeries, and of course, their bakkies. But this isn't a cooking show, so let's concentrate on what I love, the cars. Let's check out Ford's new Ranger.
TechnoBok.
Ford Ranger, you see, is different to a lot of other cars in that it's completely built and assembled within our borders. Up in Port Elizabeth, the Ford Ranger's engine is assembled, and in Pretoria at the Silverton plant, the whole bodywork and assembly all comes together. It's South Africans' very own blood, sweat and tears that put this vehicle together, and what a vehicle. The love for this vehicle is incredibly strong. In 2015, it was the most sold bakkie in South Africa, and even in the month of Feb 2016, it was the most sold vehicle throughout the country. So those kind of figures speak for themselves. And due to the clever production techniques and the sophistication of the plants in which these vehicles are built, Ford are able to produce an entire Ranger in under 2 minutes. Imagine rolling off something out of the production line that's got the kind of capability, capacity and load space of one of these, and doing it all in under 2 minutes. That's pretty impressive stuff. The vehicle I've chosen today is the Ford Ranger XLS. It features the 2.2 litre turbo diesel engine, which chucks out 110 kilowatts of power, and more importantly, 375 newton meters of torque. So in terms of loading and pulling a heavy load, this vehicle is extremely capable. The rear loading bin is also massive, with dimensions which include the Ford Ranger is available in many variants, but the principal thing to look at is you got to decide whether you want single cab, super cab or double cab. And of course the engines come in a load of options too, with the availability of Ford's 2.2 litre turbo diesel as I'm driving today. Otherwise you get the 2.5 litre petrol and the 3.2 as you'll see in the Wild Track. With the latest generation you'll see there's some styling changes and tweaks, but it goes much deeper than that. Ford have really gone ahead here and ensured that they've improved on almost everything. Apart from the cosmetic changes though, they've also ensured with the latest generation Ranger that they've improved on overall interior space. The overall build quality and trim just feels that much nicer and more solid. They've really just done a fantastic job of making over an already loved vehicle. No matter what situation you tackle, the Ranger is an exceptionally capable vehicle. It rides 267mm off the ground, so you've got plenty ride height, and never a worry about nicking its overhang. On top of that, you get these side stills and these little latch handles in the front, so jumping into the Ranger proves to be a very easy task and an incredibly comfortable one too. When you look up ahead at the Ranger's instrument cluster, you notice there's another couple of clever touches there too. In front you get all your readouts, so your fuel economy, you can toggle through your various trip computer settings, but apart from that, you'll notice that it's got a built-in compass function, so also quite handy for navigating, and that's something you'll certainly be doing, because this Ranger is incredibly capable off-road. You've got all kinds of drivetrain modes you can set it in. You've got locking differentials, you can drive it of course on normal concrete roads in 2 high, otherwise when the surface gets a bit rougher, switch it into 4 high, and when the rough really gets hectic, take it into 4 low and go over sand, gravel, mud. Pretty much any surface you can do, and this Ranger doesn't sweat it. What I love about driving the Ranger off-road, I explored a bit of the West Coast National Park in it, and when you take it off trails there and onto paths and onto really rough tracks. The Ranger doesn't prove to be a vehicle which feels like a slouch around on the rough roads. Instead, it feels incredibly energetic and even enjoys kicking up the tail a bit, so you get a lot of that fun and that power slide and the real exhilaration behind driving it. So you've got all your mod cons, your toys, everything to keep you busy, from backing up cameras to full-on climate controlled air conditioning, your steering wheel controls, or your cruise control, as well as your audio settings. You've got your front USB Ford Sync system as well, so you can just speak to the vehicle and, for example, tell it to go to a certain audio station or to call someone through the Bluetooth kit, and all of that controls thanks to Ford Sync. You've got Hill Descent program, and I actually tested this at the launch of the Ranger in late 2015, and it was amazing to see this vehicle doing little more than slight adjustments of the steering wheel go right down the side of the serious mountain pass. When you get off the gravel and back onto the road, you put it into 2H, into 2 high, and that just sends power to 2 of the wheels. The minute you get on the rough stuff, that's when the 4x4ing starts and the fun begins. It's got all the space in here for 4 adults to travel in complete comfort. So if you're looking for a very capable double cab, a very strong workhorse, or just the bucky that many South Africans love, look no further than Ford's Ranger. From me, Jason of TechnoBok. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon.
TechnoBok.